Welcome back to Terror by the Bay. I'm David. Looking through Yahoo on some articles, and Cassidy Hutchinson's name popped up. And apparently, in her book, she reveals that Mark Meadows' wife was complaining about their dry cleaning bills near the end of the administration because I imagine a lot of his clothes and suits needed to be dry cleaned to get the bonfire smell out of them. In other words, Mark Meadows and his staff were burning documents left, right, and center in Mark Meadows' fireplace in his office. And apologies to the tramps, but burn, baby, burn. Disco Inferno. The Disco Inferno happening in Mark Meadows' office. Good heavens. I think many of my audience get that reference. Okay. Wasn't thinking I was going to do a reading today on burning of documents in Mark Meadows' office, but these are the times we live in. Okay, so Spirit, what can you tell me about the energy around Cassidy Hutchinson's allegations that they were burning documents in Mark Meadows' office? I wonder if they were playing the Tramps in the background. I doubt it. Okay, come on down. Entertainment purposes only and all that. What's the story? Okay. Plans, looking forward, ideas. Maybe the hiding of ideas. King of Cups. Okay, so they're getting ready for the new administration coming in. And the new administration would not necessarily... was under assault by the Trump administration. So I think it's natural to think that Mark Meadows and company thought that Biden and crew would do to them what they would have done to Biden and crew if they were in there. In other words, the first thing that Mark Meadows would do when he would go into office, if he were following Biden, would be to try and dig up as much documentation as you could to hold against him. And so, fearing Biden was going to do the same thing to him, he had to keep a lid on whatever secrets, whatever information they had. I believe in her book, she said they were afraid of the deep state coming in and snatching the documents before they could burn it. That's the lovely paranoia that they live in. That's the world that they live in, and that Biden was going to bring the deep state to bear. So they had to hide that information or get rid of that information as quickly as possible. Because they're cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that they burned some documents that were valuable, maybe to themselves or to others. Other things they were just burning because they're paranoid. I think basically the burning, there wasn't much discretion with it. And it's funny that they could have burned the very documents that would acquit them of certain things. They burned documents that would certainly implicate their guilt, but likely they also burned documents that would have acquitted them of similar things. This is all trying to hold on to information. Keep everything close to the vest. What they did. This might be documents about bribery and personal enrichment and stuff like that. But I think the documents that they were burning would, again, anything that would implicate them with bribery or corruption were getting burned. It could be election interference. We would see. I wouldn't be surprised because, your freedom is a very valuable thing, as is money. Going up the river, huh? By burning it, it was, again, she described it as it was kind of a frenzy doing the burns. And it's funny because this card has multiple meanings. You're going from choppy waters to calmer shores. By burning it, you've made things more peaceful going forward because there's no evidence to hold you against you. But at the same time, this could be, going up the river, which is a euphemism for going to prison. And Mark Meadows has got, Georgia election interference bigly that he has to deal with here. And I wonder if he burned documents that would have shown that he was under orders of Trump to do that. Because, again, that would fall into this one, get rid of corruption documents and get rid of election interference documents. And those documents could have hurt you or could have helped you. I think he's going to be going up the river because of this. Oh, here's a problem, though. Here's what you can't burn. You can't burn those text messages. You can't burn those WhatsApp messages. You can't burn those emails. All these electronic communications. Yeah, you can burn paper, but a lot of stuff's done electronically now. And as much as you try to keep this secret, hard to wipe out entire servers unless, of course, you're the Secret Service. Bummer, Mark. You tried to keep a lid on all that information, but this stuff you can't keep a lid on, and this stuff is what seals your fate. Congratulations. You tried to protect the king, and you're going down with him instead. So, yeah. Good on Mark Meadows, Go burn those documents and okay, so you're not going to go to prison for, like Menendez will, for having gold bars lying around the house. You're just going to go because you helped plot an insurrection and you committed several felonies in the state of Georgia trying to influence the election that you shouldn't have been doing. Because that's the good play, isn't it? Oh my God. Is there anything else I want to throw on this? Oh yeah, well, let's just ask. Is Cassidy Hutchinson telling the truth? I mean, the way the cards are coming out, it sure looks like it. But is she representing this situation accurately? There's no reason for her to lie. None. There's no reason for her to lie on this. Why put yourself in a position of where you could be held in contempt or perjury or something like that? We have the death card. That one was, it was funny. It was shuffling. That one was bending like it didn't want to go in. So I just put it on the top. Okay. She's bringing an end to things. Her testimony in this book really brings an end, I think, to her involvement with the GOP. She's going to be taking a long political break because the GOP won't want anything to do with her. But at the same time, she's bringing forward valuable information about the weird behaviors that were going on. And God, it's I suspect that more stuff that we'll find out, it's about money. All the money and all the problems that are going on. Not just bribery, but just kind of the institutionalized corruption that's in the White House. Is she lying? I don't think she's lying. I mean, the death card, you could say, definitely lying. That's not a truthful card. But honestly, death is about as truthful as you get, isn't it? Other than the sun card. Because when you die, you go through your life review. And your life review is that unbiased evaluation of your life and your actions. It's been described by near-death experiencers that they go through a life review. They're not being judged. But if they were being judged, I think it would be themselves that were doing the judging. And you can't lie to yourself. When you say, oh, I didn't mean to push him down the stairs. It's like, you know exactly what your intentions were. You can't fool yourself. Oh, I didn't mean to steal that candy bar. Yeah, you did. You know exactly why you did something, whether it was an accident or not. Is she telling the truth? Yeah, she's telling the truth, and at great risk to herself. Both probably physically, and there was the next article in that story was her having to leave Washington, D.C. after her testimony at the January 6th committee. I imagine she was getting death threats. And as well as political suicide, because who in the Republican Party is going to have her? because she's a truth speaker, and that's not what Republicans are about. So I'd believe her, and I believe they're burning stuff, and there would be receipts for that, right? You'd be able to probably show that he was getting a lot of suits dry cleaned and stuff, and maybe even some people who would talk about him smelling like a bonfire. I don't know. Anyways, that's it. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for your likes and your shares and your comments. Thank you for doing what you do to support my channel and feed the YouTube algorithm so that my video makes it out to new viewers. And to those new viewers, welcome to the channel. Hope you were entertained, found this reading insightful. Hope you subscribe, and I hope you catch you on my next video. Take care. Bye-bye.